Hey there, I'm Cassie with MakingTimeForGiggles.com. I make videos about making mom life simple, and if that sounds like something you would enjoy, go ahead and hit subscribe and you will be notified when the next one is available. Today we're going to talk about how to get out of the house on time even when you have little kids. This can be a huge struggle at first, and I thought I had it figured out, and then we had our second child. Oh my goodness, it took so much more time to leave the house than I even thought was possible, and I had to completely go back to the drawing board and figure out ways to get where we needed to go on time. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 9 tips that we use, and I hope they will help you get where you need to go on time as well. First tip is to know your daily rhythm and work with it instead of against it. If your kids really need that afternoon nap like mine always have, don't schedule appointments at that time. Do it in the morning instead. Or if your kids really need their morning nap and can't live without it, schedule appointments in the afternoon. I love scheduling those mid-morning appointments because that means that we don't have to get up super early and we'll be done in plenty of time for lunch. Number 2, only commit to what you want or need to do. Obviously, you need to take your kids to the doctor's and the dentist appointments and things like that. But aside from that, we don't get any extra points in life for signing up for extra play dates or making our life any busier than it already is. So only sign up for extra things if you really want to do that. If you don't really want to, you'll probably just end up dragging your feet and being late anyway, and nobody really enjoys that. Number 3, check your schedule each evening. This was a game changer for me when I started looking at my schedule the night before and seeing what my day would look like the following day. I look ahead and see if we'll be out, where we will be, will I need to pack a lunch or anything like that, and take all of that into account as I am preparing for the evening. Number 4, pack your bag after you know your schedule. I love having my bag packed and ready to go in the evening. That way in the morning, all I have to do is grab it and get into the car. I put everything in the bag, from my sunglasses, my wallet, keys, everything that I need, to everything that the girls need. If we're going to be out during lunch at all, I will also pack a lunch and have it sitting there ready to go the next day. It saves so much time, especially if you are running late. Keep your large essentials in the car. For me, this was my soft carrier and my stroller when my girls were really little. I didn't want to go anywhere without them, and it just took extra time to have to find them and put them in the car, and once I started leaving them in the car, it just shaved off an extra 5 minutes or so when I was getting out of the house. And when you have 2 little kids, 5 minutes makes a big difference. Number 6, leave before you need to. It's the old trick of telling yourself you need to go before you actually do. But now it is essential, because when you have lots of tiny humans that are all needing your help to get ready, it just takes so much longer to get out the door. And by the time all of those things happen right as you're leaving the house that always happen, such as the baby spitting up on you or your toddler needing to go potty again, you will actually be leaving on time. When I had a toddler and a newborn, this was about a half an hour before we actually needed to leave that I would start to leave, because I knew by the time all of those little things were done, we would actually be leaving on time. Now that my girls are both potty trained and somewhat able to help themselves through the morning process, it's only about 15 minutes. But that will depend on your family and where your kids are in their ability to help get out of the house. Number 7, set timers. If your kids are old enough to understand timers and games and things like that, they may really enjoy it if you set a timer and let them know how much time they have for each activity. This can be anything from brushing their teeth to tying their shoes to getting dressed or even eating breakfast. I often do this for eating breakfast with my girls, because if I don't set a timer, they will eat forever. They really love to eat. And if I set a timer and say, hey, we need to get somewhere, we're gonna go to the park or we have an appointment, then it gives them a little bit of initiative just to keep eating instead of talking so much. Number 8, develop a system that works for your family. When we had our second child, we could not figure out how to get to church on time. No matter what we tried, no matter what we did, we were always running late and stressed and frustrated in the morning. So we kept working with it and trying to figure it out until we came up with a system that worked for us. The only thing that we could figure out to work was that I get ready while my husband feeds the girls, then I get the girls ready while he gets ready. And when we do that, everything works magically and we're all ready to go right at the same time. That may work for your family, or you may have to find something completely different, but keep shifting things around and trying different things until you find something that meshes with you. Number 9, when you get back home from your outings, unpack your bags. It will save you so much time when you're preparing for the next outing, and it just makes things easier to find when you're at home. I hope these tips helped you in getting ready to get out of the house on time. Let me know in the comments below if you think I missed anything and anything else that you think would be helpful. And once again, I'm Cassie with makingtimeforgiggles.com, and you can subscribe for more videos on making mom life simple. I'll see you on the next one.